I think it's well known that my favorite cartoonist is the late Charles Schulz. Snoopy and the gang are known and loved around the world, and the work is translated into many languages. And one of my favorite strips is the one in which the introductory panel shows Snoopy working at the airport control tower. And he's wearing these little earphones, and he's very attentive in monitoring the traffic. And this sets the theme for the strip. In the following panel, Snoopy and his buddy Woodstock are sitting on top of Snoopy's doghouse as the heavy snow begins to fall. And Snoopy tells Woodstock, it's snowing too hard. You can't fly today. You'll just have to turn back. And Woodstock ignores Snoopy's warning, and he makes a wobbly takeoff. And Snoopy says with some disgust, "Stupid bird." And all of a sudden, Snoopy sees what appears to be a snowball wobbling toward him. And he says, "Ha, I knew it. And after a shaky landing on the roof of Snoopy's house and hearing a sigh come from within the snowball, Snoopy says, "Always listen to the control tower." Adam and Eve in today's first reading, didn't listen to the control tower. In exercising their free will, they had gone against God's protective word and God's intentional will that God's creatures should live in innocence, in harmony with creation, and in peace with each other. Yet even though Adam and Eve disobeyed God, God did not give up on them. Did not give up on them. As the psalmist reminds us, with the Lord there is mercy and fullness of redemption. Or as the psalmist says in another place, the Lord is kind and merciful, slow to anger, and rich in compassion. Who does not like to be at the receiving end of compassion? Constantino Barti, a former member of my previous parish in Walnut Creek, lived just shy of his 99th birthday. And almost up until that time, he was still driving. And he told me once when it came time for him to renew his driver's license, he never went to the DMV in Walnut Creek. He went rather to the DMV in Martinez because, as he said, they have compassion. I will keep that in mind because I have to renew my driver's license this year too. As St. Paul tells us in his letter to the Corinthians, it is God's will that our inner selves are renewed day by day as preparation for eternal glory. God has not given up on us because God has compassion. And as God's children, which each one of us is, we are to reflect this compassion in our relationships with one another and with others. In our reading of the Gospels, we are familiar with how Jesus showed compassion to the people of his time. The question is, how does he show compassion to the people of our time? And he does so through you and through me. As St. Teresa of Avila reminds us, we are Jesus' hand and heart, his hands and heart. And it is through us that Jesus reaches out in today's world. So this would be a good time, I believe, for us to renew our commitment to be the hands and heart of Jesus the hands and heart through which Jesus continues to reach out with compassion to all, to each one of us, and to our loved ones.